Every day, historic buildings across America are being torn down, and what's inside can be lost or destroyed forever. But not if Mike and Robert get there first.
Bring it down just a little bit.
From an old farmhouse to an abandoned mill, together they restore, repurpose, or resell whatever salvage they can find.
Now, this is a no fun thing.
They're saving pieces of history and America, one salvage job at a time.
The value just keeps going up.
They are the Salvage Dawgs.
Oh, they're not going to know what they're...
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one.
On the inventory?
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
Got something you're really going to want to see.
I've heard this before.
This is kind of an all-time weird for me now. I'm gotta...
Oh, no.
Weird.
You said a mouthful there.
It's good.
Oh. Is that a casket?
Absolutely.
Oh.
And it's authentic.
Oh.
What's wrong, Robert?
Mike brought in that load, and it didn't thrill me.
It's a little off. I got it from an old funeral home.
Is it used?
Well, it's never been in the dirt.
Gently used.
Gently used. That casket, I was told, was used to ship the body from Europe over here. But they couldn't use it to bury the deceased in the States for some reason. So this was left over.
You are creepy. It's a rough Mardi Gras.
That was priceless.
I'm just not thrilled with any of this. I mean, I got this, and then I'm looking in the truck. I mean, that's even creepier.
Well, let's check that out.
What the heck is it? What do you mean? Look at it. It's a table with a trough for fluids.
Oh, for fluids. That's embalming.
Yeah.
The embalming table, I mean, that's just weird to start, you know? Yeah, you kind of...
Oh, that's how you drain it.
Shake it out.
But it's a cast iron enameled table, so it can be used for a table. There's a buyer for everything.
Yeah, I know there is a buyer for this type of stuff. There's a whole subset out there that is really into some strange stuff.
I'm thinking $1,200.
Well, just because it's an odd.
Yeah, and it's an actual. It's got a history, and then again, probably about $1,000, $1,100.
Like that?
We'll rinse her down.
Good idea. I'm not saying it was a bad pull-in, you know. I'm just saying that it just gives me the creeps. That's all I'm saying.
Gives you the heebie-jeebies.
It does. Oh! Sorry, bro. Easy pickings this week. Starts out with you guys here, and Mike and I are headed up to Bent Mountain. Got a call from Peter Lewis up at Apple Ridge Farm. Cool. For some reason, he's got a couple cabooses on top of this mountain. He's got a couple pictures of the outside.
That's cool.
How they got there, I don't know. Aliens, I think.
Yeah. You're just going to, like, take hardware and...
We don't know what we're doing yet. Pretty much status quo.
I know what Tay and I are doing. Nothing.
We do have a big project, a big pick up in Nelson County later on this week.
This
Old
is
cold
the
storage
old cold
warehouse.
storage with Jeremy Haley's a collector,
Hoarder.
Well,
Yeah.
we're all hoarders deep down inside.
Yeah.
3 stories of just stuff.
That's going to be a very full day from the looks of the
yeah.
pictures I saw.
We got to build, you and I got a
Okay.
commission to build a table with the cabriolet legs again, which has
Okay,
been real
cool. It's
popular.
cast iron.
Got a lot of parts to it.
What could go wrong? Everything should come together
Well,
perfectly by the end.
Robert will let you know when it's done.
Let's get to work.
Let's do it.
Yeah, this is the one that they want. It's got the little bronze flowers on it.
Cool.
This table, we've built a few of them in the past. They've been real good sellers. And we've got a customer interested in another one. These were legs that were manufactured for some furniture, and they were left over when the furniture company went out of business. All right, it's made out of cabriolet legs. They're going to be at a 45 on an angle iron frame, barnwood edging, and Egyptian iron field, which they pick. Basically, you're creating a custom table. This is underneath. This is the bottom side. So if you set that down, we can go ahead and cut your notch out here and make your corner. Tay's trained to be an engineer. He gets it first time with minimal amount of instructions. All right, cut the notch out. He was a wrench turner when he was a kid. You know, I was under the counter doing plumbing work, and he was right there with me. So anytime there was a tool, Tay was in.
Good looking weld right there.
Nice. And that'll come up in here. Go ahead and get that at a 45. Round and sculpted legs, they don't lend themselves to a right angle. So we have to pay a lot of attention to get them square. Eyeball these legs.
Oddball.
It's crooked.
Try to approach it a little more mathematically and symmetric, and he just goes, and then kind of come in. Did you grind the ridge off? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah.
It's sitting more flat now.
As good as we can do right now is tack it. I don't overthink it, which bugs a lot of people who think for a living. That's Robert and Tay.
Love you anyway.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. See how the metal fits.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Look at that, man.
It's going to be a nice table. We'll get the frame up to Courtney and let her do the faux rust on the new metal, and I can order the...
In other words, it's out of my hands.
You're pretty much done.
Sweet, man. Good work.
So, you think we got the right tools?
Yes. Got a call from Peter Lewis from Apple Ridge Farms up in Floyd County.
Pretty up here.
And he had something a little bit unusual up on the mountain.
Cabooses! He's up here.
Happens to be 2 cabooses. And since there's no railroad tracks running through Floyd County, it's a little unusual that they're sitting on top of a ridge.
Hey, good to see you. Good to see you.
Is it the railroad to nowhere?
Good to see you. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful day up here on the mountain.
Oh, it is. And this is the Apple Ridge Railroad, so welcome.
Thank you. This is incredible.
The first railroad in Floyd County.
Yeah, what do you got going on here?
Well, we have been looking to market Apple Ridge as a destination, hoping that'll bring some additional revenue in, because the children we serve can't support themselves.
Apple Ridge Farms. It's a non-profit organization that gives underserved kids an opportunity to get out into the country and also educate them on manners and how you get someplace in
The
life.
idea of getting some recently retired railroad cars. We have 3 cabooses, 2 of which are already in place. We're going to renovate them into bed and breakfast cabins.
Awesome. That's a great idea.
And we're going to build a little depot that you can sit on and watch the train go by.
Oh, we'll have to sort. Oh, if they start moving,
Cabooses, what would be on the end of a train, and typically freight trains.
Sweet.
In the old days, freight cars were made up with all different types of cars, and the guy that managed that whole train would be the conductor. And that's where he did his work.
So what we got here? This is one of the conductor's desks.
Conductor's
I guess?
desk?
Yeah.
Yes, and there's one on either end.
Okay.
I'm going to save this one to go in the other car.
Okay. Then we got a stove.
The stove or the heater? I don't think it
I
was a
guess it's
stove.
a heater. It's
Probably 1970s, I'd guess.
And this is an old ice box. It's still got the waters in there,
vintage.
too.
Radioactive water.
Yeah.
And the conductor chairs?
Yeah, these chairs are pretty neat because they actually switch from side to side. There it is.
Chairs at the windows flopped either way. I'm looking for it to keep going down so you can take a nap. And that's because you never know which direction the caboose is going to be going. Wake me up when we get there, Robert. You know, it was kind of an interesting. I've never seen that before. And of course, I haven't spent a lot of time in cabooses either. I'm looking forward, Robert's looking behind us. Always been said.
Yeah, I'm cleaning up.
It's something that is odd enough for us to want to have.
So, 2 of these.
Yes.
We've got the ice chest and this old heater.
Yes.
And these 2 we'll take out for you.
Yes.
As part
To
of the
be
process.
repurposed. Yes.
Gotcha.
Cool, that shouldn't take us too long. That's
Yeah, the chairs were just bolted to the floor, and the heads of them were messed up, so the quickest way to deal with that is cut them off.
That's awesome. His and hers.
King and queen.
That'll be mine on the left.
We got it done quickly, and we got a couple good items out of there.
It's going to go in the other caboose.
We provided a service, too.
He needed it done, and this is a non-profit, so they're working on limited capital. We're glad to help. What can we do with that, Robert? That metal, that tank? Yeah, I think we can do something with that.
Bottom feed now, aren't we?
We're always bottom feed. It's kind of a light salvage job for us. And I'm looking around for the pickings, the droppings, so to speak. Oh, I'm seeing some parts here. I can salvage all this. I want those.
I think that's good.
I'm not through.
Somebody stop him.
Certainly, I was concerned. He kept handing me this stuff, and I was like, going, is he going to stop?
What are you gonna do with
Is he going
that?
to stop?
Still mining for gold here. What do you think, Robert? Is that something I want?
No?
You don't think
I
so?
think no.
Take them. That's raw product there, Robert's what that is. Raw product.
Just remember, I don't like it.
I know
So,
that.
therefore, it's a perfectly good reason to bring it.
I see potential in a lot of stuff Robert necessarily doesn't. I see a whole line of caboose-inspired furniture. He doesn't see the world through my eyes, which is a very good thing. Do something with it.
What?
That'd make a nice bench.
What kind of bench?
A bench you sit on.
Yeah.
So I said, what are you going to do with that?
I had
And he
an answer,
goes,
but I didn't.
he did have an answer.
Immediately. So, yeah. Some tie rods I could use for stretchers
On a table?
on tables. I mean, how can you argue with that?
Or why would you argue with that? Okay.
Yeah, choose your battles, Robert.
That's right.
All right, I think we're done, buddy.
Oh, you know I'm done. Chicken. Turkey.
Turkey. We've heard of a guy out in Nelson County that had a a cache of stuff. Man, look at this place.
What's going on, guys?
How you doing, buddy?
Not real far away. It's Central Virginia.
Yeah, it's a great area. A lot of old factories and a lot of history there.
Yeah, we're at the old cold storage, which was built by the federal government in 1930 as a place of encouraging rural growth. Apples, 180,000 bushels, 4 stories, neat old building. We got it about 6 years ago and have been hoarding stuff away and
Hoarding?
Hoarding.
Do you like to sell the stuff, or you just hoard it?
No, we like to sell.
Yeah,
for sure.
So you're in therapy. You're in therapy.
We got limited amount of time, so what I was thinking is Mike and I maybe walk around with you, and then we send these guys up to the other floors to maybe scout out some
Reconnoiter.
Yeah, dig away.
stuff. Awesome. Well, let's get it.
This place is huge.
Where do we start?
I love it all.
Oh my gosh. This guy was quite a collector / hoarder. He's like us. He turned hoarding into a business.
Yeah.
He had a big building, and he wasn't shy of filling it up. He collected more than just architectural stuff.
Everything.
It was a very eclectic collection.
That's pretty awesome.
Tag that thing.
Cars and every kind of mechanical device and weird chairs and these monster wheels.
We got a lot of stuff for only being in here 6 years.
I know, it's a disease, isn't it?
Yes, it is. What we got here, this reminds me of a mill surface.
Yep, this is a commercial surface plate, exactly, made by Rock of Ages. So the stone here is actually milled out of the quarry they mill all the stones in D.C. for.
Wow.
And this is granite?
This is granite.
What is it, like 2 tons?
Yep.
Okay, somebody's building a backyard patio, can eat at it or hang out on it or serve.
Dance on it.
Yeah.
Uses kitchen island, an outdoor bar. Just he'll stick it up on its edge and has a monolith piece of yard art. I mean, it's just a novelty, interesting piece that you don't see every day. What you thinking on that?
To let it go, I mean, I put a lot of money into it. I say $1,000 would go.
Did you write that down?
I did write that down.
Could be an expensive day, Robert.
You look good on that.
Yeah, feeling French.
These are cool.
Put Grayson, Ted, and Tay upstairs.
Old Stanley.
Yeah, it is.
Let's tag that.
Let them exercise their creative picking talents.
Is that a gate? Oh, there you go.
Is that not sick?
Yeah.
Ready to be made.
I mean, if you're in this business as long as, say, Tay has been, since he was 7, you get an idea of what to pick. This.
What do you see here, Robert?
I see skee ball.
Does it work?
It does work.
Oh, yes.
This has got some age on it.
Yeah,
I mean, this-
Robert's going. His eyes, it's like the pinball machine. Ding, 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 Oh. I thought you had 500 the first
I
shot.
almost did.
Oh, 4.
The lights do kind of come on.
Oh, look at that. Sold.
A skee ball machine like that, probably 1960 or something like that. It's got wood balls.
Got 1,300.
These are big games that have a connection to certain people.
This is nostalgia right here.
Let's call them old people. And they sell. Oh!
I think I won.
I think you did.
Yeah. It's beginner's luck.
What's it going to take to part with it?
I don't know. I'm kind of at a $750 mark on that.
$750?
Yes, sir.
How much do you like it?
I really like
He
it.
really likes it. While we're out on this pick, Courtney's back at the shop putting her faux rust on the iron table.
My challenge is to take this metal and make it look rusty, to blend the whole thing in. I kind of have a combination of some brown paint, black, a real burnt orange, and just a touch of red. It did take some time and experimenting. Once I came out with my formula, I thought I better keep a batch on hand.
Courtney's an asset because she knows color and can apply it to pretty much any application we need. It's real easy just to hand her a project and let her go.
I think it looks like rust. Once it dries, then we'll clear coat it and put the top on it.
Look at what we've got here, Robert.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, evidently it hit the mother load of carts.
I have indeed.
Yeah.
This is the tip of the iceberg right
Oh
here.
my gosh. Jeremy acquired quite a few factory carts, almost to the extreme.
Oh my word.
I'm just a little concerned about you a little bit.
They're not real big sellers for us, but if we need them, we know where they are. Man, this building just keeps going on and on.
What is this?
Whoa. Man, this building just keeps going on and on.
What is this?
Whoa.
We came into the big room in the old cold storage warehouse. I looked up and I was like, holy cow, I need that.
These are pitman arms for a gang saw. Connected flywheels to a big sled that rocks back and forth and would work its way through a slab of stone.
And these are steel?
They're steel.
They got a beautiful, the shape of those things is awesome. What are you going to do with those?
Maybe a bar with a big slab of glass on top of them would be super hot. A bench also.
How about a bridge?
Bridge would be super cool.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What do you need to get for those?
Yet again, I'm somewhat fond of them.
Unfortunately for us.
Yeah.
I'd probably sell one of them for $1,500.
Cool.
They're cool.
Yeah.
They got a great look to them. Just screams, 1920s industrial might. Something that you could really do something cool with if you've got enough imagination and aren't scared.
I like the Mary Jane myself.
Yes.
That is it's just a novelty.
That's
that one
that's a
is.
winner right
That
there.
is a winner. I mean, I like signage, and this was a pretty cool sign. It had some good color to it, and it was in fair condition. What do you got to get for that?
I don't know, $250?
Done. I want that, Robert.
How about, do you remember that little, hey, look?
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to bundle later.
You have to have discipline. There is a budget.
All right, let's go and see the guys.
But if I see Mike really wants something, we're going to get it unless there's a real numbers problem. Try to keep Mike happy. It's a big goal around here. Try to keep Mike happy.
Hey, I'm here,
guys, we found some stuff.
Check it out, Toyota.
I do like the
truck
Toyota.
bed,
Is
that not
ready to go.
$40? Is that reasonable on that?
Yeah.
Well, they picked out a bunch of cool stuff.
End tables.
What do you got to get for those?
$25.
You can see what they were picking out. Color, form, reuse. Those are the things you're looking for.
Like the toolbox.
They did pretty darn good, I thought.
Look good in front of the shop.
Looked better if it was truth.
Hey, Courtney. Hey, look what just came up.
Oh man, finally got this up here.
This is finished up. Lonnie just brought it up. I had to go back in and put my rust paint
Your
to
concoction,
keep it
okay.
blended in. This is
It looks like it came from the same backyard,
yeah.
The table was awesome. It's, one of our typical work.
Creations,
Awesome.
yeah. It's-
Customers happy with it. Win.
We're running out of those legs. We're about gone now, so tough luck, y'all.
Okay, I love it. Love it, love it. You did a great job on that.
Your love affair with some of us has scared me off just a bit.
Sure.
But,
We don't want to buy passion. I mean, passion is expensive.
Exactly.
All the prices we were dealing with Jeremy, we were paying a little bit over wholesale. But the affection that Jeremy had for certain items, I thought it best to take his prices as semi-firm.
Well, we already talked about Mary Jane, and Mary Jane's coming home with us, I
Yeah.
think. So we're going to do $250 on that. And the skee ball machine, we like the $750 number, and we want to take it home with us today. Is that okay with you?
That's great.
That Pittman beam. If we were consigning it for you, his wholesale price, I guess, is what we call it, is $1,500. Why don't we take one of those home with us, and we'll put $3,000 on it?
Right.
Consigning items like big items is really my last resort when it comes to something that I really want but don't want to pay for. The granite.
It's a beast.
What do you think, Mike? He's asking $1,000 for it.
Well, I mean, I think the price is, it's close to what we could do something with. It's going to be a hard sell.
It is a novelty. I think people will be drawn to it.
I mean, I love it. I mean, I think it's a great piece.
I like to have it.
All right, let's do it then.
All right.
Let's do it. Where are we at, Robert?
$29.90 and that.
Deal.
Check, you can check my math.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. I'm so glad we got that.
Yeah, huh? Isn't that beautiful?
All the stuff that we picked out downstairs and all the small cool stuff upstairs, we came in at $29.97, and my budget number was $3. I win.
Oh, yeah. Who's driving us home?
Not it. Not it.
Not it.
Yeah, we had a good week. Local history, trains, nonprofit.
Trains. Very little breakage. Very little bleeding.
Good week at the dog. No bleeding. Period.
I busted my knuckle on
Well, I'm talking for myself, I didn't bleed.
It's so selfish.